These are people who are saying just outright lies and non-truths and making crap up about vaccinations that is totally wrong, and babies are dying of preventable illnesses. And I have very strong feelings
You and
about
I
that.
both, and
So, we will
there was
continue to fight this.
a well-known YouTube user, Aaron Ra, who was on a few hours ago, who gave an account of his grandchild who was, what's the best way of putting it, effectively told that prayer was the best solution as opposed to medical help, nearly died as a result. I think
Right.
that is not only shocking, I think it should be a criminal offence, and this is what I keep on saying. I just simply don't understand what is going on in America and why these people aren't prosecuted.
Well, when it comes to the anti-vax movement, you can stand up and say anything you want. You can even lie and say, vaccines cause autism and vaccines give you the disease and vaccines cause all these problems. And as long as you're not dispensing medical advice, it's not illegal. It's not illegal to lie. It's not even illegal to lie on a website. However, when somebody like Meryl Dorey in Australia, and she's part of the AVN, the Australian Vaccination Network, a lot of people call the anti-vax network, she's actually dispensing medical advice. And I watched a Jenny McCarthy video where she's dispensing medical advice, and that's illegal. And so, what she's saying, that vaccines cause autism, is baloney. Jim Carrey, and because a lot of people in the chat room are asking this, yes, Jim Carrey, Dumber Dumber, The Mask, Liar, Bruce Almighty, that actor who is either married or common law married to Jenny McCarthy or whatever. He's written on the Huffington Post. He's gone on TV. He does these things, the same thing she does. It's the same sort of crap about vaccinations that is completely untrue. It's hard to know if Jenny McCarthy is lying, and by that I mean knowingly saying things that are untrue. But she said ridiculous things like there's fetal cell tissue in vaccines, which is a lie, or is not true, I should say. There's, this toxin and that toxin in vaccines. This stuff is not true. Go to, let's see, it's Jenny McCarthy bodycount.com, and go there and you'll see the sorts of things she's saying. You can find all kinds of stuff about this, and it's really, really, really aggravating because, especially in places like Australia, in Sydney, which is not, a middle of nowhere. We're talking about an urban place, a very upscale place, and babies are dying. They are dying because they're maybe too young to get vaccinated, and not enough people in that area are being vaccinated to keep these diseases from attacking us. You have to have a certain number of people vaccinated to have a herd immunity so that there's no sort of reservoir for the bacterium or virus to live. If vaccination rates go down, the diseases can crop up, I mean. And a young girl, Dana McCaffrey, I believe she was 4 weeks old, died from pertussis, from whooping cough. She died from whooping cough. It's totally preventable, but because people aren't getting their vaccinations, this infant died. It's horrifying, and this is what bad thinking is getting us. We need more groups like JREF and Skeptic Society and PsyCop and all these, because there's a lot of bad thinking out there, and it's not just psychics scamming people for money. It's people are dying because of this, and that sucks.
I'm not going to disagree.
Phil,
I think by the looks of it, we've been on for almost an hour. Would you like to answer a few more questions from the audience? And,
right.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I've got an awful lot of people that promised to be on the show. I'm really, really grateful for your attendance. If you could spare us another 5 minutes, and then perhaps we can move on. Although I have to say, at the moment, my hit list for who the next person is a bit vacant. But rather than talking to me, if you just want to address any questions that come up, for the next 10 minutes or so, and then yeah, that's very kind. Thank you very much. And excuse me for 2 minutes, please.
But rather than talking to me, if you just want to address any questions that come up, then
sure, that's fine. Since we got a late start.
Yeah, that's very kind. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Excuse me for 2 minutes.
Okay. So somebody's saying, can you have a cookie? The answer is no. What do I think of the Simon Singh case? I think it's just a crock. Simon Singh is a journalist and a scientist. He wrote a great book, which I'm reading right now, actually, with Edzard Ernst, called Trick or Treatment, about alternative medicine. He wrote a column for The Guardian, a newspaper in the UK, saying that the British Chiropractic Association is happily making bogus claims. They sued him, saying that implied that they are knowingly lying because they are making bogus claims, which is baloney. A bogus claim does not mean necessarily that you know that what you're saying is untrue. It just means that the claim itself is untrue. But they got a judge who was sympathetic to them and upheld their suing of him. And so right now he's in a lot of trouble, being sued for libel by the British Chiropractic Association. It's a crock. They're full of it. They tried to write an article saying how, oh, here's actually the evidence for how chiropractic works, and that article was baloney. Go to senseaboutscience.org, I think it is. Just look up Sense About Science. The UK group that has been really, really good about keeping track of Simon's case. And Simon will be speaking at TAM London in October. Let me back out. We have our meeting every year, the Amazing Meeting, in Vegas. We're doing an international meeting. We're having TAM London, the Amazing Meeting London, in October. It's sold out. It's sold out in under an hour, actually. We didn't think we'd get business for it. But I'm hoping we're going to be streaming some of it on the web. We'll see. Simon will be there speaking about this. We have a lot of great people speaking there. Ariane Shireen, who ran the Atheist Bus campaign in England. We've got Richard Dawkins was going to speak, but unfortunately there was a scheduling conflict and he couldn't. We've got Tim Minchin coming. Richard Wiseman is hosting it. I'll be there. My close personal friend, trademark, Adam Savage is speaking. Brian Cox, I see Andromeda's Wake just wrote this. Brian Cox will be there, who is a friend of mine and totally awesome. Ben Goldacre, thank you. Somebody's got that window open. I don't have the window open, so I know I'm going to forget somebody. But it's going to be really, really cool. And look, if it's as big of a success as we hope it is, maybe we'll do this every year. We'll see. I'm kind of hoping that we can do TAMs across the world. It just depends on how well this goes. I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see. Scroll back. Like I said, I'm hoping we're going to be able to stream it. We streamed the Amazing Meeting in Vegas, and it was pretty popular. We had about 18,000 unique people watching it. That was pretty cool. But it's really, you just got to be there. It's so cool. And we may even have a couple of surprises on stage. People haven't announced yet, but you might have heard about them. So.
I don't. Are you familiar with Andromeda's Wake, who's one of the people in the room at the moment? I thought you were.
He was originally, the first person we wanted there, of course. He was going to be our anchor. But there was a scheduling conflict, and it didn't work out, so it played me. It was too bad he couldn't be there.
Sorry, I wasn't sure whether you knew who he was. I thought the connection came through someone else.
Yeah,
there we go. He's put a little smiley face.
Yeah, he said he'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think I know he always accuses me of brown nosing him, but I think his videos are some of the best on YouTube. They're really wonderful. Very bright.
Actually, I don't know what Andromeda's Wake real name is, but I've seen the videos and all.
No, it's true. We have a love-hate relationship. There you go. You see, big suck up. Please go ahead and answer.
Very bright bloke. Pains me to say it.
Oh, I see some other questions here.
Please go ahead and answer.
What do I think of people claiming that eating peach seeds will prevent disease? Well, first of all, I wouldn't try eating them whole, and I certainly wouldn't try chewing on them, because that would be the pits. Yeah, can't make this stuff up at home, folks. Look, if you make any claim, peach seeds will prevent disease, or facing north and hopping on one foot will keep you from getting chickenpox, prove it. Show me the evidence. I have no problem with thinking that it's possible that eating peach pits ground up and mixed with water or vodka or whatever will cure some disease.